Hi, today I'm going to talk about an actor who has completed 4 decades of his career as an actor. He's a legendary artist. To describe him, I would like to modify and quote a line from one of the plays of Shakespeare. He gives to airy nothings a local habitation and a name. None other than the great superstar, the legendary actor from Malayalam film industry, Mohanlal, or very fondly called by everyone as Lalettanactor. I'm going to talk about what makes Lalettanactor an amazing actor. There is a beautiful comparison in one of the Upanishads. A yogi, a meditator, is compared to a tortoise. Just as a tortoise draws all its limbs and head within its shell and remains untouched by anything around and expands it whenever it wants. An actor who is gifted knows exactly how to use his body. Lalettan's one of the greatest skills I have seen, the subtle use of his body. There are many movies where you would find him expanding his body to meet the stature, the physical stature of a character. For example, movies like Spadikam, movies like Bhramaram, movies like Narasimham, Aaraam Thampuran. These kinds of movies, he knows exactly how to fill the screen with his physical presence. There are movies where you would find him so intelligently contracting his body, withdrawing completely within, and carrying the character with such great magic and charisma. Movies like Pakshe, where he acted as an IAS officer. Movies like Drishyam. And you have examples like Pranayam, a movie where he is bound to a wheelchair. When you find him talking about what is the secret behind his performance, he says, it just happens. So watch him on screen and you can find there is an incredible ease. There is an amazing effortlessness that he brings into each and every character and remains totally unaffected by anything. And this magic of him is what makes him look new and fresh in everything that he does. And that's why he could carry himself for 40 years in the career so gracefully and successfully. I'm coming to a few movies which I would strongly recommend for the viewers, which you must watch to understand the caliber of this great actor Lalettanactor. I am very sure, and I should admit, that this selection of movies is not at all enough, or it is not a criteria to understand everything about this great actor. These are my selections. I know 3 to 4 movies cannot decide the potentials of this actor, but in these selections also you would find a glimpse of the great landscape of potentials that he has. So let me go for the selection from 80s, 90s and 2000s. In the 80s, 2 movies I would recommend: Nadodikkattu and P.P. Balagopalan MA. These kinds of movies where he played characters who represented the times when unemployment, family burden, migrating from villages to cities, all these were common. And he has so beautifully portrayed the pangs of the unemployed or the under-scale employees of those days. You don't find him overdoing the role at any point in these movies or any movies that he has done. Coming to 90s, you would find a different Lalettan in a movie directed by Maniratnam, Iruvar, which is originally made in Tamil, and a Malayalam movie, Vanaprastham. In Iruvar, he plays a struggling actor who later becomes a superstar and then becomes a successful politician. This movie is an amazing example of craft and grace. You can find Lalettan rocking the screen, showing all aspects of his magical personality. Vanaprastham, the Malayalam movie where he acted as a Kathakali performer, is a very subtle character where the story centers around the conflict that a performer goes through between his art and his real life. He has completely carried himself into the artistic brilliance of this great art form from Kerala, Kathakali. You would wonder for a while, has he actually learned Kathakali? With an art form which takes years for a person to get even the basic foothold. Coming to 2000s, I would like to recommend a movie called Drishyam. Drishyam is a movie about a school dropout who has a local business. A sudden crucial incident in his personal life changes the entire movie's track. How he struggles, how he tries to overcome these difficulties is what the movie says. What I found especially attractive about his performance in Drishyam is he knows the exact measure of serving the character with emotions, neither more nor less. And you start wondering, where does he get this sense of the exact measure? That's a movie where an actor can easily slip and deviate into melodrama, but he doesn't do that. So these periods which I have suggested, I would keep the options open to my viewers. You can choose any movies from these periods and you would find his amazing charisma on screen. These are simply my suggestions. I would like to add one more movie here which I have already mentioned is Spadikam, where he plays a character who is in conflict with his father. His father, who is brutally strict with his son, ends up spoiling him. Aaraam, as he is called, who is a child prodigy, unfortunately turns into a local goon. This movie has got a serious social and psychological message. It's about parental restrictions and faulty discipline. Lalettan has rocked the screens. He became a mass hero, at the same time playing the deep psychological wound of the character beautifully on screen. The most iconic dhoti fight from Spadikam can make you go into goosebumps when you watch Spadikam. He journeys on. Like Tennyson has said in the poem Ulysses, Lalettan's journey continues like every experience is an arch beyond which gleams the untraveled world. I wish my favorite actor Lalettan all the success and happiness and peace more and more in the coming years. And Lalettan, we are really thankful to you for bringing life into every character, credibility and conviction to every emotion that you showed on screen. Our cinema history can never be written without the glowing tributes to you as an actor.